He's seeing Lord Chaitanya day after day, month after month. By this time, almost a year had passed. He's with Lord Chaitanya day and night. He's seeing all these people, just ordinary, mundane, sinful people, just with tears of ecstasy in their eyes, dancing in love of God, and going on preaching the message of the Harinam Sankirtan movement. He's seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeating the Buddhists, defeating the Jains, defeating the Mayavadis. He's seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting all these thousands of temples and in ecstasy dancing and worshiping the Lord. How would you like to be Krishnadas? Unbelievable mercy he received. The personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assisting Lord Chaitanya in the greatest preaching mission of his incarnation career, his trip in South India. But Srila Prabhupada said, don't be puffed up whoever you are. Do not ever be proud. Because one of the things that happens when you're proud is you make offenses. And the other thing is you become inattentive. Krishna says in Gita, avoid lethargy and egotism. They are both very dangerous. Srila Prabhupada explains, one must be very attentive. Attentive to follow the four regulative principles. Attentive to have proper etiquette and behavior. And especially attentive to chant attentively. The vow we have taken to chant at least 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. Because if we become lax or lethargic, Prabhupada says, at any moment Maya can drag us down. Even if you are the personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the power of Maya. We should understand that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu orchestrated this pastime to teach us an essential message for our spiritual survival. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is like razor's edge. If you're inattentive, there's blood. We must be attentive. We must understand the power of Maya. And we must understand that we're just jivatmas. Constitutionally, we're infinitesimal. And Maya is all powerful. Unless we're really taking shelter of Krishna, Maya will overcome us. And taking shelter is not something that happens automatically. Taking shelter is something that has to seriously come from our heart. You can't take shelter unless you understand the need for shelter. Coming before God, we must understand the need. Maya, the illusory energy, has been kicking us since time immemorial. Birth after birth after birth. Adhyatmika, Adhidayaka, Adhibodhika. She's very powerful. We have to hold on to the name of Krishna. We have to hold on to the mercy of Krishna. The example is given, and this is the way a devotee should actually feel. You've fallen from a cliff. Do you remember when we went to the Ugrastamba in Ahovalam? Yes? Do you remember how high that was? It's really high. Practically kilometers down. And you're just looking. It's so immense how far it is that when you look at it, you just get dizzy seeing how far down. When you've fallen from a cliff like that, and you're just hanging on to a rope, waiting for someone to save you. Now, how much attention are you going to squeeze that rope? You're not thinking, you can't be half-hearted. You're going to fall. The same way you would squeeze that rope with your full attention, that's how we have to be taking shelter of Krishna. Because there's a great need. Maya is very strong. If we are inattentive, we will be lost. It is simply a fact. And that is why the association of devotees are so important. Because they keep our focus, they keep our attention on the path of perfection. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dragged Krishnadas by the hair. He was inattentive. Even in his service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, somehow or other, he must have become familiar and inattentive. He wasn't taking shelter. And the objects of the senses, the Bhapaharis, who represent the illusory energy, is stolen away. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dragged him back by the hair. That is why we need the association of devotees. Those who are really our friends, when they see us getting inattentive and becoming attracted to the things of Maya, on behalf of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our real friends, will drag us back by the hair. Vanshakautatarubhyascha kripa sindhu-devascha patitanam-pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thus we need the association of devotees. Because Lord Chaitanya is not personally here to drag us back, but his devotees are his representatives. Never think you're too advanced, that you don't need the shelter of the Vaishnavas. Because the more advanced we are, the more humble we feel. And the more humble we feel, the more we cry out in desperation the names of Krishna. And in doing so, we feel the ecstatic bliss of Krishna's presence as we cry out his holy name. That was very good. Please do it again. One more time. Another thing we can understand from this story is the representatives of the illusory energy, Mataharis, they are personifying those who are, for their own selfish purposes, to satisfy their own egos, they're becoming the enemies of God. They're going against the will of God. They're trying to exploit the property of God. That is the materialistic mentality, to exploit what is meant for the pleasure of God. But what happens to such persons? The very creations whatever we do that is against the will of God, that very thing comes back to destroy us. Yes? We're creating atomic nuclear weapons. Yes? If we're not God conscious, this is going to come back at us. We're creating pollution. The whole karma of the world is just reactions. We're creating situations that just come right back to destroy us. And we're thinking that those things are going to help us to progress in our life. Yes? Materialistic persons, their weapons are the things that they have that they feel will protect them. But ultimately the opposite takes place. So let us not join the Bhakti camp and become like that. Let us keep ourselves always in the shelter of the Lord, through His devotees, and through His holy name. Because we have to end at 8:30, it is my suggestion that we have wonderful Sankirtan. Last night we were cut very early. Would you like to do Kirtan now? And we will continue relation tomorrow. We shall hear. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All devotees महांतम आदित्यवर्णम तमसस्तुवारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि वृत्तादिवदन् जलास्ते धाता पुरस्तादमुदाजहार चक्रप्रविद्वान् विदिशत्सहस्रः तमेवं विद्वानमृतिः भवति नान्यः पन्थायनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः कर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् ते घनागं महिमानसृजन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्यासन्ति देवाः वनमालीकरे साङ्गे सङ्गे सग्रे नन्दगे श्रीमान्नारायणो विष्णुर्वासुदेवो अभिरक्षत वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवगी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं लक्ष्मीनारायण स्वामी
नमों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी वाक्सत्य वेशधारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामे गौरत्वसे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय जगद्दिदाय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः इन द नेम ऑफ लॉर्ड कृष्ण and on behalf of the people of Ramanathapuram, a nearby town, to this Garbhasaya Kshetram or Pularanya Kshetram, alias Tirupallani, I welcome each and every one of the ISKCON devotee in addition to the Lord Guru Maharaj. In the name of Lord Krishna, we are extremely happy to welcome all of you, and it is the blessings of the Lord Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with our Prabhupada that our Guru Maharaj has consented so kindly to visit this small place, and I am extremely happy to inform all of you that this is the place where 8.25 lakhs of years before Lord Adi Jagannath gave darshan to three holy saints. And this is the place, same place where 1.25 lakhs of years before Lord Rama has come here along with Sri Lakshmana, and it is of immense pleasure to welcome on behalf of the temple authorities and as well as of the Ramanathapuram Samasthanam Devathanam to welcome each and every devotee. May this tribe increase from thousands to lakhs. In the name of God, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
This is just one. This is Narayan. He is a devotee of ISKCON. Samay Sanatan to 1980.
1998.
February 98, so he became devotee of Srila Prabhupada and he single-handedly continuing ISKCON movement in Rameswaram, and he goes alone in Harinam chanting Hare Krishna. And daily he goes in Harinam alone, one person, and because he is in Harinam, few devotees have joined him, and he is going ISKCON in Rameswaram town, which is close by. And this is Srinivasa Raghavan and Purushottam. They are the pujaris of Lakshminarayan temple from nearby place. So they come to offer their respects.
Just close to here is our Nityananda Prabhu's birthplace, and this holy priest is his uncle. As we explained yesterday evening, it was here that Lord Sri Ramchandra looked upon the sea in separation from Sita, wondering how it could be passed with an army of unlimited soldiers headed by Hanuman.
It was here that he lay on the dirt of grass for several days, fasting. It was here, before that actually, it was here that Vibhishan, the younger brother of Sri Ramchandra, surrendered to Sri Ramchandra. I'm sorry, Vibhishan, the younger brother of Ravana, it was here that he surrendered to Lord Ramchandra unconditionally and advised Lord Ram that he should consult with the Lord of the Sea for the purpose of crossing. And it was here that he performed his tapasya, and ultimately with his anger created such chaos within the sea that Samudra appeared and told him that you may build a bridge across to Sri Lanka. So here at Durvashayana, that the Moki soldiers began the bridge to Sri Lanka. This is one of the very holiest places of Lord Ramchandra's eternal Leela. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited here as it was recorded in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And now Nityananda Prabhu is going to explain to us about this temple that we are sitting within.
So we are in Darbashayana Shri Ram temple. It's called Tripul Rami. I just asked from the pujaris, they said some few details, I just repeat them. So the deity is the main deity. We saw the four-armed form of Narayan who is sitting. His name is Adi Jagannath Swami, and in one hand he is calling devotees who have taken darshan properly, and the other hand, after calling devotees, he is giving blessings. The two fingers of the Lord are folded, is calling all the devotees. The same form we will be seeing in Madurai also. The left palm of the devotee, the Lord is calling all the devotees by signing them. And this deity is called Adi Jagannath because in the past, when Srila Ram came here, he personally worshipped the deity before proceeding to Lanka. And also apart from that, the Skanda Puran says that when Dasharath Maharaj came here and prayed to this Adi Jagannath Swami, and because of his mercy, later he went back and performed Putra Kama Ishti Yajna, and by this deity Lord's mercy, he got Lord Ram and others as his sons. And apart from that, this place is called Jagannath Kshetra and also called the Southern Jagannath Puri. Dakshinaya Jagannath Kshetra, they call this place. It's a very holy place. And also, when Lord Ram came here, and this is the only place Lord Ram is lying on the snake bed. Above the snake bed, you can see some marks, the pujari showed, the marks of Durva grass, Durva grass marks are there. And this is the place where Lord Ram is waiting for Samudra Raja to surrender to him. And apart from that, Utsava deity, festival deity, you will be seeing Lord Ram is standing with his bow, and in another hand he has an arrow in his hand. So he is ready to dry up the whole ocean, and he is holding Agni Astra in his hand. So that is a deity posture. And next to him, Hanumanji is there, and Hanumanji is giving the message back to Lord Ram that Sita is found. So he is in that posture. And also another altar we saw where Lord Ram is in a kingly posture. It is said when Lord Ram returned back, he is going in the mood of a king. So they coronated him as a king. So Mother Sita is also with Lord Ram in another altar. And because Mother Sita is not there in the main altar, there was world going towards the ocean. is a place 5 kilometers from here. There is a ocean beach where the bridge is actually stopping. Now also devotees go on the ocean just few meters and they can see the bridge inside the water. So here the whole Setu Kshetra is starting from this place and then it proceeds towards Rameswaram. And this is also a very important place. Vidition surrendered. The Acharyas just explained that in one family, one brother, you can learn lessons from this one family. Shurpanaka wanted to enjoy Lord Ram, wanted to kill Mother Sita. And her brother Ravana, he wanted to enjoy Mother Sita and kill Lord Ram. So in this way, both of them wanted to separately enjoy the Lord and his concert. Thus they have been punished. And because Shurpanaka, when he wanted to enjoy Lord Ram and attack Mother Sita, by presence of Sita she didn't die, her nose only cut off. But Ravana, he wanted to enjoy Mother Sita and wanted to kill Lord Ram. Because Mother Sita is not present in the battlefield, so he was killed. But in the same family, another brother Vibhishan, he surrendered here. He did the totally opposite thing. He didn't want to enjoy the Lord and his concert separately, but he wanted to unite both of them. Thus he left the company of the demanding family of Ravana and Shurpanaka and others and came here and surrendered to Lord Ram. And from here his mood was that he wanted to unite Lord Ram and Sita together, and thus this place is very significant for the devotees. That this is a place where a devotee mood is not to enjoy the Lord independently, but not exploit the Lord's energy independently, but to serve the Lord and the concert by uniting them together. So this is the significance of this particular place. Tripulani Garbhashayana. Southern end, Setu Himachal Paryantam. Southern end Setu, northern end Badri. This place, southern end, Setu Himachal Paryantam. In Sankalpa we told as boundary, southern boundary, south boundary, Setu. Setu is a Punya Kshetra. Northern end Badri. Sankalpa we told Setu Himachal Paryantam. That Dividesas and rivers, holy rivers, the holy places all are included in the southern and northern boundaries. The Setu is just a few 2 or 3 kilometers from here. We have the Bhagyam, we have the holy day today to have a darshan Setu, and we, that is from Ramnath, we came here, we have a holy day to have a darshan all of you. Yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thirumangi Alvar, one of the Alvars, Thirumangi Alvar, he came here. He praised the Lord in Tamil, 20 pasarams, poems. That was already Jayarabhata told when he offerings the Swami's gifts. He told the Tamil pasarams, Tamil poems. Thirumangi Alvar came here. The next place, Tirukostur. And next place, Tirumalagar, Alagar Goyil. You are going to see it today evening. So, in Pandiyanadu, 718 salams, one of these, Tirupalladi, Garbha Sayanam, Pollaranya Kshetram, Adi Jagannath Swami, Padmasani, Ambal, Tayar, and Ramar Sayaram, all are. We have a holy day, we thanks a lot on all of you. Here we darshan all of the Hare Krishna people. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
In the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya, we will dance for 5 minutes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Will be leaving early tomorrow morning. He would like to speak words from his heart to all of us.
All of the devotees here throughout this yatra, in their association. We want to express extreme gratitude to His Holiness Radhanath Swami for inspiring the yatra and for all the managers for behind the scenes organizing everything so nicely. And my appreciation for all of you who've expressed such incredible enthusiasm for the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur says something very interesting. He says that one who is fortunate can see the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya occurring even today. So, that might be kind of mysterious or esoteric on one level, but on a very pragmatic level, we are witnessing and experiencing the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, participating in it. We are fortunate because we are seeing those pastimes. One of the highlights of this yatra for me was in Sri Ranga Kshetra, watching His Holiness Radhanath Swami dancing in the courtyard
reminded me of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing. So graceful, so enchanting to the eyes. I was fortunate I was standing up a little high so I could see it. And I thought, surely here is the representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, inspiring us all to loudly chant the holy name and to dance even beyond the limitations of our physical body. Believe me, I can barely walk right now. And but it's a great pleasure to be in such pain. And then when I saw and heard the representative of Venkata Bhatta, Murli Bhatta, leading the Sankirtan through those streets there. Actually, when that was happening, Radhanath Swami and I kind of looked at each other, and he said, Lord Chaitanya is probably laughing right now to see the relative of Venkata Bhatta leading Harinam Sankirtan. So surely that is witnessing the pastimes, because the pastimes are not static. They're ecstatic, but they're also dynamic. They're continually happening. It's like it says that the Srimad Bhagavatam is more than just the 12th canto. It's actually being expanded on constantly. So similarly, we can know the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are continually being expanded right here. And we are so fortunate to be able to participate, although certainly I'm the most unqualified. Srila Prabhupada made us Americans proud when he said, if we just make America Krishna conscious, then the whole world will become Krishna conscious. So we kind of took pride in that. And of course, later on, recently, I read that Prabhupada actually also said that if India becomes Krishna conscious, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. So trying to understand those two phenomena, my experience here is that the kind of Krishna consciousness that's being practiced and taught by His Holiness Radhanath Swami to all of you, it's pure devotional service. And the qualities of the devotees, the brahmacharis especially, who have such great learning and dedication and devotion, I just see it as this. Some leaders are kind of wondering why this tree of Chowpatty is just growing and so many fruits are on it, and the devotees are picking those fruits and eating them, but one day soon Radhanath Swami is going to shake that tree, and all these ripened fruits of the pure devotees that are being made here are going to scatter all over the world and bring Krishna consciousness to all of us fallen souls in a big way. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki! So there's been unlimited darshans, but I don't remember a single one of them. I'm basically blind, spiritually. So I couldn't distinguish this form of the Lord from the other, but thankfully we were able to have real darshan by hearing the glories of the holy places, delivered with such enthusiasm and realization. And that, to me, maybe you didn't see me always in the front of the darshan line. Stay in the back. But I tried to get close to the speaker of this Krishna Katha, because that really is what opening our eyes. And and smearing them with the ointment of love. So many miracles have taken place, I'm sure, in the hearts of all the devotees. And I know in my own heart, I so much relish these yatras. Actually, the first day I came, devotees were asking me, so good to see you. I said, yes, I've decided to rejoin the Hare Krishna movement. Because this is what it's like. I mean, the chanting kirtan with 2,000 devotees, it's just such a purifying experience. And it certainly made a dent in my heart. I may forget all the lectures, I may forget all the darshans, but I'll never forget the sight of 2,000 effulgent devotees raising their arms every night and chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'm very grateful for the enthusiasm of you all, because it's contagious. Enthusiasm is like a fire. Catches a little bit here, it can sweep over our whole spiritual life or over a congregation. And one of my greatest joys was to see my son and daughter becoming inspired in Krishna consciousness and getting a taste for the holy name and the association of devotees. And I want to thank all of you for especially inspiring Jadurani, my daughter. She started chanting 16 rounds the first day of the yatra, and she's continued to this day. I want you to bless her that she will continue despite all of the obstacles and hurdles that she'll meet when she goes back to the West in high school in America. And I want you all to pray for me as I will pray for all of you. Srila Prabhupada ki!
Nityodita Prabhu has revealed that his greatest pleasure is when he sees the devotees raise their arms and chant the holy names. Let us express our sincerest gratitude to Nityodita Prabhu and his son and daughter for so kindly giving their precious time to be on the entire yatra with us. And let us express it in a way that will make him very happy. It's becoming late. Tomorrow we'll be having class in Madurai, and all of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada will also be addressing us at that time. For now, I would like to introduce Shankadari Prabhu. Shankadari Prabhu, are you within the distance of hearing? Shankadari Prabhu is the temple president of ISKCON Madurai. After graduating college, he's a scientist who was working for Indian Space Research. He became a devotee in Bangalore, an initiated disciple of His Holiness Sripad Chowpatty Swami Maharaj. He and his wife Mahadana Devi Dasi Mataji, they came here to Madurai in 1995, and there was practically nothing here. And by this effort of a single man and woman, husband and wife, there is now a beautiful temple that was built from nothing in the heart of the city of Madurai. Congregation of over 1,000 devotees. An extension of this congregation in this temple is in the next week or two, they'll be opening a brand new temple that they built just near Kanyakumari. It is truly amazing. A husband and a wife, two Vaishnavas, professionals who have given their heart to spreading Krishna consciousness, and such amazing results. It's one of the most successful projects in all of India, in all of the world. And he has made all the arrangements for all of us here in Madurai. He's worked very hard, despite a temple opening that he's supervising next week. Let us express our sincerest gratitude to Shankadari Prabhu and his good wife. And also let us express our sincere gratitude to the managers and trustees of this Polytech College who have invited us onto their grounds. They have thank you very, very much. At this time, we request Shankadari Prabhu to address us and tell us where we are and what we're doing.
Hare Krishna. Actually, first of all, I thank you, all of you, for having given me an opportunity to serve you. Actually, I didn't serve anything. I am a poorly have done any arrangements. Radha Krishna Prabhu, Abhiram Prabhu, Trikrama Prabhu already visited twice and made all arrangements. And I haven't done anything, just I am unfit for any of this glory. And I was long time longing that Maharaj should visit here. And it is a very, like a big blessing for me. Maharaj has come with all these devotees. And I thank all of you for having come here. Maharaj was asking me to give details about this temple. Now, Maharaj made us to do a quick research for last half an hour on the name of the hill. And already Nityananda Prabhu visited twice the hill and took some research literature to confirm the name of the hill. Actually, according to what he brought some literature, they are calling this name Vrishabha in Tamil or something. But Vrishabha they converted into Tamil. There is Prabhupada also mentioning Chaitanya Charitamrita 12 miles north of Madurai. It's more closely, it looks like this will get the name of Vrishabha. There are some 7-8 names are mentioned about this hill. And it looks like more, but I was trying to confirm with one of the Dr. Arangarajan, one of the Sri Vaishnava professor, who is well versed with this. But he has gone out another half an hour, he may come back, he may be able to tell the details fully. And meanwhile, Nityananda Prabhupada has told a lot about this place. Only one or two incidents missed is this Koratalva or Koresha. He came here and after his eyes were plucked, he stayed here for a final time here and prayed to have the Ramanuja's mercy or other things to darshan again. And also Ramanujacharya, he fulfilled one of the desires of Andal here. Andal had a desire to make 100 pots of what is that? Akara Vadisal. Akara Vadisal. That is something like a sweet rice, but not sweet rice, very special. And she prayed, she will make that sweet rice and offer to this Lord. But she couldn't make. But Ramanujacharya, after a long time he came here, even though he fulfilled the desire of the Andal and made 100 pots of the sweet rice and offered to the Lord. That function is going great. And after that he visited Srivilliputturu. There, since he fulfilled the desire of Andal, he is called brother of Andal, elder brother of Andal. Jai Ramanujacharya ki jai, Andal ki jai. Therefore, this history has so many other things. Now, this since already he has explained many things, I am unable to explain. I don't want to repeat it. Now, I think this is a time for darshan, and I am very much happy to have all of you here. Once again, please forgive me any offenses. And we have a small temple in Madurai, and I think it's close to Chowpatty size, I think. That means very small, both of us. Because wherever congregation is big, because we are in city, the temple is smaller, and maybe all of you should visit and have the darshan. The deities are Radha, Madhurapati, and please have a darshan. And it is very near, 5 minutes or 10 minutes walking from all your staying place. Therefore, we can all easily visit even for Mangalarati. You can walk for Mangalarati. And second thing is, now I am going technical details. Now buses are already up to the gate of the temple. Therefore, no meaning of getting in bus and moving. Therefore, better we'll do bhajans and go to the temple for darshan. After darshan, now we have to go back to city, but the city is like a very crowded city, like a Kasiya type, very narrow streets, but not very bad as like Kasi. But we have got special permission to go nearer to our staying place. Therefore, buses should go 10 by 10. 10, a lot of 10 buses or 8 buses, so that we don't crowd ourselves there. Therefore, when the buses are going, immediately you have to download your luggages, and there will be some big cycle rickshaws which you can hold. They have a helper volunteer batch. They will have some 20-25 batches. The vehicles will be there, and there will be volunteers to guide you which place you should go and all those things. After, the main thing is as much you quickly vacate the buses should go out of that place. The next batch should enter that place. On street we have got permission from Superintendent of Police to go and get in. Otherwise that is no parking, they don't allow it. And therefore since we want to avoid going out a long time, we have made it. Therefore please kindly you have to cooperate, and the volunteers are available. I request him, he can give the history of these things, and spiritually what are things, some 20 minutes, because all others are Prabhupada disciples, direct disciples, all are going to give the presentation. Therefore now he can give. Set the mic. Total.
कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपलके वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे नवमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुं करे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे गरिचन्तनं च कण्ठे च मुक्तावलिं गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणिः. Devotees of Lord Krishna and Radha, we have assembled here from far and wide. Some devotees have come from other countries also. We have all assembled here where hundreds of years ago Vishnu Chitta, known as Periyalvar, graced this temple. He stood before a great assembly of religious leaders. He was invited by the ruler of this country, the Pandya king. He listened to the various arguments of the other sects, the other religious leaders. Finally, he established the supremacy of Sriman Narayana. Ekohavai Narayana Asit Na Brahma Neshanaha. He established the supremacy of Lord Sriman Narayana. Then he was presented with a great purse of gold and jewels. He spent the jewels to construct a beautiful tower at Srivilliputtur. If you go to Srivilliputtur, you can even now see, you can now glance at the mighty tower built by Vishnu Chitta using the prize amount given by the Pandya king. He established the supremacy, but the other people, Jains and Buddhists and other people wanted a plain difference, an evidence, pratyaksha pramanam. So, Periyalvar prayed to the deity, to the presiding deity in this temple. He is called Vyuha Sundara Raja. He is calling all devotees, you see. When we had a darshan, the mighty figure, the broad chest, see, he is calling you. He is calling you, come in, come in. I will grace you. I will give you abhaya. So, Vishnu Chitta prayed to this Lord. He appeared in Garuda vehicle before all the people, young and old, all the people assembled there had a vision of Sriman Narayana over the Garuda vehicle. Immediately, the Pandyan king brought his elephant, royal elephant. He placed Vishnu Chitta over the elephant. He stood on the floor. The great king, emperor, stood on the floor like a servant. He led the procession. He blew the conch. Hari Bol. He blew the conch. Pandiyan Kundara Batavinan Bandanand Indi Sankamadettuda. All the people praised. All the people see with their eyes, with fresh eyes. They had a glance at the Lord. It's a great miracle, it's a great wonder. In this Kali Yuga, Lord who resides in this temple in Archavatara form, he presented himself to the eyes of those people. Then Vishnu Chitta, see, he has the symbols in his hands. Immediately he praised the Lord, he composed a beautiful song. Pallandu Pallandu Pallayirattandu Palagodi Nurayiram Mallanda Tendol Marivanna. He praised the Lord, he blessed the Lord. He is after all a human being. Can a human being bless the Almighty? We can request, please give me 100 years to live. Give me food, give me shelter, give me water. You can request. These are all only prayers. Prayers are only petitionary prayers. But Vishnu Chitta blessed the Lord. That is Mangala Sasanam. In Sanskrit we call, there is a terminology, Mangala Sasanam. He blessed the Lord. You live for hundreds and hundreds of years. If you live hundreds of years, we will also live to bless you. You see? So he praised the Lord, his divine weapons. Sri Devi in his chest, you see, he composed 12 songs. They are called Tirupallandu. In all Devadesams, they used to recite, daily we recite Tirupallandu. Even Vaishnava, see, he doesn't know Tirupallandu, he is not a Vaishnava at all. We go to the temple not to request worldly things, worldly affairs. We go there, we see him, we bless him. That's the aim of Sri Vaishnavas. So in all temple we recite Tirupallandu. Now we are celebrating that festival. For 22 days, daily we assemble here, we recite, we collect all the pandits, all the scholars, they recite the composition, the hymns of Alvas, mystical poets. They uttered beautiful hymns in praise of the Lord. Among Alvas, Vishnuchitta Periyalva, see, he converted mentally a gopi, an Asoda. He sang lullabies, sweet lullabies for Lord Krishna. He dressed Krishna. He played with him. He sent him to the forest with cows and sheep. He lived not as a Brahmin, Vishnuchittarana Brahmana, but he converted his native place Vrindavan to the Vrindavan. His daughter is Andal, the famous Andal. Andal we call in Sanskrit Godhanayaki. Andal, she yearned to visit Vrindavan. See, we have 12 Alvas. Except Andal, nobody has referred to Vrindavan. Why did not they refer Vrindavan in their compositions? If they say Vrindavan, they will fall into ecstasy. They cannot stand. They cannot sing. So they did not mention Vrindavan. But Andal yearned for Vrindavan. Vrindavanate kandome. In my life, can I go to Vrindavan? I want to go to Vrindavan. See all the Leela Sthalas. I want to roll myself on the beautiful sands of Vrindavan. Yamuna Pulinam, Yamuna Tiram, Yamuna Tiradihari. She yearned and yearned. Krishna, in the form of Sri Ranganatha, visited Srivilliputturu and got her in marriage. He married Andal. She also sang beautiful songs. One composition we call as Tirupavai. Tirupavai is Upanishad in Tamil. Beautiful songs, Tirupavai, 30 songs. This is the month, Margazhi month. Daily we sing, we recite Tirupavai. In this temple, I am giving discourse daily, one Tirupavai a day. This is the 31st year. I am very much happy to see you before this presence. It is beautiful prakara, you see. I am very happy. 2 years back I met Bhakti Swami in Dubai, Damodar Nagar. I visited his place. He came and embraced me. We talked together for an hour. He presented me beautiful books. He has written many books. Born as a British. He wrote beautiful, he gave summary of Sri Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. I was thinking that he will also accompany you, but I can't see here in this Goshti. So, you are all blessed. The world is, Nammalvar has dreamt your presence. Nammalvar dreamt The devotees of Krishna one day will visit. They will make the whole world as Vrindavan. Polika, polika. Polika, polika, polika. Poyittu valluit chapam naliyum naragamum nainda namanekkingi yadundumillai. The Krishna devotees will flock over the four corners of the world. Nobody will enter Naraka. Nobody will enter Naraka. The gates of Narakaloka will be closed. The gates of Vaikunta will be opened. Where will this Yaman, Dharma go? He will be transferred. Yama will be transferred to Vaikunta. He was waiting for each devotee. He used to fall at their feet. Yama. Such he expected Nammalvar. Because Shukra Brahma expected Nammalvar. Kalau Kalu, in that sloka, Dravida, in Dravida Desha, Alvars will appear, will incarnate. Kalau Kalu Bhavishyanti Narayana Parayanaha Dramidesha Burishaha Tamrapanni Natiyatra Kritamala Payasvini. At the banks of Tamrapanni, Nammalvar Shatakopa will come there. He will speak to the people, not to the scholars. He will speak to the people. He advises, go and visit all the nooks and corners of a town. Sing the beautiful names of Lord Krishna. If anybody doesn't join with you, if anybody resides in his house and counts only mantras, don't see him. He is not a Vaishnava. When a group of devotees dance and singing the Lord's name, you should go. Tapas is only next to singing of kirtans of Lord Krishna. So he says, Satagopa Nammalvar. His vision has come true. Now I see his vision. All come different from different places. Now you are sitting under the feet of Vyuha Sundar Raja, the feet of Ashtanga Vimana, beautiful architecture. This temple affords you beautiful architecture. Ramanuja visited this temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Mathura. He visited Adagar Kovil, Tirumalerincholi. Hundreds and centuries back, Balarama visited Adagar temples. We call Tirumadirim Shole. Such is the grandeur of these places, you see. So, as a Vaishnavite, as a devotee, see, I am very pleased to see you. The other day I was talking to Sankadaridas, not Chakradaridas, not Sankadaridas, Sankadaridas. Whenever you say devotion, he told me, append it with an adjective, devotional service. Not mere devotion, see, you must have devotion accompanied by service. Service without devotion, nothing. It's blind. It is blind. So, service accompanied by devotion. If there is service, definitely devotion will be there. You see, devotion and service not separable. So all devotees of Radha Krishna, I visited last year Vrindavan. I visited ISKCON temple. See, there it was time of parikrama. People from far and wide, see, they roll on the ground, some 15 to 20 kilometers. Just I could not do, just I wept. That's all I can do. I wept. Why do people hesitate to roll themselves, to fall to the ground? Their position, their education, their caste, their community, their honor. Just to throw it all to the winds. God will grace upon you. God is waiting. If you close that door and say, there is no wind, there is no air, I am sweating. Useless. You just open the door, the breeze will embrace you, see. God is already is waiting upon you, is waiting, but you don't call. You don't call him. If you just call him, he is ready. His mercy is unconditioned mercy. Nirhetaka kripa. So, you're all, what I can say, Krishna Dayapatram. You're all Krishna Dayapatram. You're all vessels. Krishna fills these vessels with his daya, mercy. So, I'm very much, once again I say, I'm very much pleased. I didn't expect you this time. I was expecting you when you told in the evening. But you have entered this temple at proper occasion, you see. So I bless you, Lord Krishna. I pray to Lord Krishna to bless you with all devotions, more and more devotion, more and more service, more and more visiting all the places in South India, North India. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Panditji, on behalf of all the assembled devotees, from our hearts, we thank you very much. We pray that your words remain forever guiding our lives. Thank you very much. Let us give him our sincerest gratitude, please. The closing session of this year's South Indian Yatra. This evening, or let us say after lunch prasad, you are all free to roam throughout Madurai according to your spiritual whims. The Meenakshi Sundareshwar temple, I was told today, is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most carvings in any single structure in the world. It is considered one of the wonders of the world by the international community. It is truly an amazing temple, so I want to give all of you the chance to roam and see the temple. And of course, this temple we are in, of Sri Narayan, very beautiful, ancient, and our very kind Panditji, he has explained so nicely the history of this temple. Because of a limit of time, because we have to leave the temple by a certain time, I was planning to give a discussion of some of the places we've been, but if there's any time left, then I will speak something. But I especially would like to hear all of the beloved disciples of Srila Prabhupada address us to their heart's content. And then we'll have at least 45 minutes of a closing kirtan. We have to leave at 2 o'clock. Yes? So if there's any time in between, I will speak something for you. So we'd like to begin with His Holiness Chandramali Swami Maharaj. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Desatane Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnavas ki jai. I wasn't prepared to speak first because I was thinking I would listen and see what ideas I would get from the other speakers. But our illustrious guest, thank you very much. You have graced our assembly with such beautiful words that have inspired the hearts of many of us. Thank you very much for your accompanying us. And your devotion has really inspired me. Thank you. Please continue to grace the devotees with your presence. It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after he took the sannyas order of life, he was on his way to go to Vrindavan. But somehow the devotees, headed by Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya, diverted Lord Chaitanya from that trip and brought them to Shantipur. After Lord Chaitanya had arrived at Shantipur, many of the devotees who were with him in Navadvip also joined him in Shantipur, feeling great anticipation of a separation from the Lord. They wanted to gain as much association as they could. Their hearts were broken by the fact that he was going and he had taken sannyas, and now that close association with the Lord was going to be less and less in the physical proximity. So the devotees from Navadvip joined the Lord in Shantipur, and the Lord stayed at the house of Advaita Acharya for 1 full month. And in that month, the Lord continually gave His mercy and blessings to the devotees, engaged in Krishna Katha, engaged in Harinam Sankirtan, sat with his devotees and took prasadam and expressed his heartfelt love and appreciation for all his devotees. After 1 month, Lord Chaitanya decided to leave. And so he was on his way, leaving, and Advaita Acharya, having felt such intense happiness and also the anticipation of Lord Chaitanya leaving, didn't want the Lord to leave. So he started to follow behind. But Lord Chaitanya kept going. Finally, Advaita Acharya caught up with the Lord and he said, "Please, my dear Lord, please stay a few more days. Just a few more days. Please give us your association. Just a few more days." The Lord was so moved by the love of Advaita Acharya that he returned, and he stayed 5 more days. And in those 5 days, it is explained that in the house of Advaita Acharya, practically the whole day, the devotees were just simply engaged in hearing Krishna Katha, and in the evening they were just engaged in Harinam Sankirtan. Srila Prabhupada writes in one purport in regards to this particular pastime, that in the house of Advaita Acharya, Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, and Hari Puja went on continuously. And in that text, actually that was the text by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. But in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, and Hari Puja, these are the sum and substance of the activities of the devotees in this ISKCON movement.
This is the entire process of devotional service. These yatras give us a chance, give us a great chance to dive deeply into the essence of Krishna consciousness, to hear the wonderful pastimes of the Lord, to hear the glories of these holy places, to associate with devotees in that mood of hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. Just inspires us and awakens within us that desire to dive even deeper and deeper into the process of devotional service. This yatra, or when they say all the yatras that we attend, are simply geared to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the process of hearing and chanting, and also remembering the glories of the Lord in association with devotees. Sometimes there's some physical austerity, sometimes there's difficulties with traveling, sometimes there's some difficulties with just accommodations. But these things are so insignificant compared to the great benefit that these yatras have given us. They're so insignificant. This is a great privilege to be able to come on these yatras, to hear the glories of the Lord, to chant, to associate with devotees, to purify our hearts, to take that mercy that we have attained in this association and the blessings of these holy places and the sadhus in these holy places, take it back with us, keep it within our heart, and give it to the other devotees who we associate with. And then we can continue to relive these pastimes and activities that we have experienced in these yatras. So I want to simply express my appreciation for all of you for tolerating me and for allowing me to participate in this yatra. For me it was a wonderful experience. I remember many, many years ago, the devotees under the guidance of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj had also come to these same holy places. I believe it was back in 1994 or 95. And somehow or other I was able to obtain the tape recordings of that particular yatra. And I was playing, "Someday I want to come on this South Indian yatra." After hearing Maharaj's beautiful and devotional lectures about these holy places in South India, I was praying, when will Maharaj go again? And soon when I found out this year that Maharaj was going, there was no question. I immediately said, "Thank you very much." And I was thinking, finally I got the opportunity to get the opportunity to come to these wonderful holy places. I also would like to say thank you to His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. If we see within his Krishna conscious activities, even before he was participating in Srila Prabhupada's movement, Maharaj was traveling throughout India visiting all holy places. And so Maharaj has now opened up his heart to his deep desire to experience these wonderful holy places, and he's brought all of us into that particular, we say, corner of his heart, and he's bringing that opportunity to all of us. So I want to thank Maharaj very, very much for what he's doing for all of the devotees, and especially spreading Krishna consciousness in such a powerful way. I can actually say my experience in Sri Rangam, particularly when I saw the love, the affection, the enthusiasm of the leaders of the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya there, I was thinking, this is history. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come here, now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come again in the form of his pure devotee, His Holiness Srila Radhanath Maharaj, and has brought the Sri Sampradaya and the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya closer and closer together to chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
And I was thinking, Srila Prabhupada is so pleased. And that alone, that experience at Sri Rangam, to me was once in a lifetime experience, and I will always remember that. And I'm sure that incident will bring even greater and greater, spreading of Lord Chaitanya's movement throughout all of this South India. So I don't have very much to say, but I want to thank you all for your enthusiasm and your wonderful, wonderful mercy upon me and allowing me to participate in this yatra. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Srila Radhanath Maharaj ki.
Radhanath asked if some of his godbrothers would share with you all some of their realizations that we have experienced on this yatra. So I've written down a few. It means something to me. I hope they mean something to you. One realization, I suppose the primary realization that I've had, is how blessed I am, how very deeply blessed I am, that in this insignificant lifetime I've been able to witness Srila Prabhupada's activities with the assistance of maybe 10 or 15 or 20 people, his disciples in the early days. That was in the bloom of my youth, early manhood. Now in the twilight or evening of my life, I'm able to look around and see tens of thousands of such devotees, from 10 to 10,000 in one lifetime. What a blessing! I guess you would say that I'm a witness. I'm a witness to this miracle that Prabhupada has wrought. For that, I'm especially happy that this yatra has brought that out as a realization. And as I travel around with all of you, and especially with Radhanath Swami in the car, or walking around behind him as he walks around amongst the devotees, it feels, this is one of my strong realizations, it feels so much like the old days, running around this planet with Srila Prabhupada. Just a wild, chaotic, devotional thrust. It's wonderful. And the companionship and the brotherhood and the love that are shared by all of us as we do this it's like the old days again. What strikes me most about Radhanath Swami's efforts here are his stress, especially his stress on his deep grasp of the spiritual meaning of all of this. Everything that we're doing here has a spiritual basis. We're not here to see architecture and old remnants and put together fairy tales and stories. We're here to understand the deep spiritual nature of what this South India holds for us. And Radhanath, by stressing that, has made it so real in my mind, and I'm sure that all the other devotees here will agree that we're feeling something spiritually important by doing this. And Radhanath's system of managing everything by management by leadership is Prabhupada's style. Even in sometimes in his weakened health,
He goes beyond the normal limits of human energy to make you all feel good about this yatra and feel secure. I feel the same kind of security hanging around with Radhanath Swami that I used to feel when I was with Prabhupada. I knew when I was with Prabhupada nothing could harm me. There was no problem with anything in my life. I was totally secure. And I feel that in Radhanath's presence on this wonderful yatra. That nothing can really go wrong. Everything is fine.